The City of Cuero's regular City Council meeting was held on September 8th in the Cuero City Council chambers. For more information and upcoming agendas, minutes from previous meetings, and more, visit www.cityofcuero.com. A short recap video of each City Council meeting can be found on the City of Cuero Facebook and YouTube channels. In the Presentations and Recognitions section, former Cuero Mayor Sarah Post-Meyer, representing Keep Cuero Beautiful, presented Council with a symbolic check recognizing volunteer service hours. The organization reported 4 community cleanups, removing more than 100 pounds of litter, a student recycling contest with over 100 participants, and landscaping work at the Cuero Post Office. In total, 476 volunteer hours were recorded, valued at more than $16,000. In the public hearing section, Council held hearings on the proposed fiscal year 2025-2026 budget and the associated tax rate for the City of Cuero. Public comments were invited on both items. Discussion noted that the proposed tax rate of 0.30675 is lower than the current rate and reflects the voter approval tax rate. Council explained that the budget was structured to accommodate this adjustment while maintaining stability for the community. Comments also highlighted that, if approved, this would mark the 4th consecutive year of a tax rate decrease compared to the prior year. Following public input, both hearings were formally closed. In the public comments section, DeWitt County Emergency Management Coordinator Billy Jordan addressed Council regarding the recent state legislative actions affecting public safety. He noted that new legislation expands training requirements to include EMS and strengthens emergency management standards. He emphasized concerns about failed attempts to pass a bill aimed at improving radio interoperability for first responders, citing communication challenges observed during emergency responses in other counties. He urged Council and other local officials to advocate with state representatives for stronger support to address this ongoing public safety issue. Council unanimously approved the consent agenda as presented. In the emergency reading of an ordinance section, Council reviewed and took action on several measures. Ordinance number 2025-11 concerning the fiscal year 2025-2026 annual operating budget received unanimous approval. The ordinance established revenue and expenditure allocations for the coming year and was declared an emergency. Council next acted on ordinance number 2025-12, ratifying the property tax increase reflected in the new budget as required by state law. Although the rate represents a decrease from the prior year, statutory language classifies it as an increase due to overall revenue effects. The ordinance was unanimously passed on emergency reading. Following that, ordinance number 2025-13 was considered and confirmed. This ordinance set the ad valorem tax rate for fiscal year 2025 to 2026 at 0.30675 per $100 of taxable valuation and was approved without opposition. Council then turned to ordinance number 2025-14, which amended the fiscal year 2024-2025 budget. The amendment incorporated grant funding, major equipment purchases such as police radios and body cameras, and adjustments for carryover projects. The measure was approved unanimously on emergency reading. Lastly, ordinance number 2025-15 was brought forward, authorizing a lease and easement agreement at 48 Pampa Drive to permit extension of an electric line. This ordinance was also approved unanimously. All ordinances in this section were finalized on emergency reading. In the second reading of an ordinance section, Council finalized action on several utility-related measures. Ordinance number 2025-6 addressed adjustments to sewer and wastewater rates, and Ordinance number 2025-7 confirmed new water and bulk water rates. Council also gave final approval to Ordinance number 2025-8, updating solid waste collection charges under the city's new service contract. Ordinance number 2025-9 was approved to amend electric base rates, and Ordinance number 2025-10 completed adjustments to hauled waste fees. Each ordinance in this section received unanimous approval on its second and final reading. In the resolutions section, Council approved Resolution number 2025-27, authorizing submission of a grant application through the Regional Solid Waste Grants Program. The request focused on funding updated signage at the recycling center to improve visibility and instructions for proper disposal. Council also gave approval to Resolution number 2025-28, a Fifth Amendment to the Interconnection Agreement with the Lower Colorado River Authority. The amendment provides for greater flexibility in managing electric load during emergencies and ensures critical infrastructure such as water and wastewater facilities remain supported. Resolution number 2025-29 was then approved, authorizing a contract with TSG Architects for the Pharmacy and Medical Museum elevator project. The agreement allows design work to move forward, with funding supported through the Museum Trust. Finally, Council approved Resolution number 2025-30, an interlocal agreement with Cuero ISD designating the Cuero Livestock Show Complex as a primary reunification and shelter site in emergencies. The agreement establishes facilities and protocols for mass care and student reunification, with backup locations identified if needed. In the Consideration and Action Items section, Council addressed two matters. First, discussion was held on drafting a new ordinance to regulate the keeping of fowl within city limits. Police Chief Stephen Ellis explained that current rules only reference pigeons and do not provide adequate enforcement authority for issues involving chickens and roosters. Council reviewed examples from nearby cities that restrict roosters, set limits on the number of birds, and establish standards for coops and pens. Following discussion, Council directed staff to prepare a draft ordinance for future review, and the motion carried unanimously. Council then considered construction plans for the city's planned skate park. Purchasing manager Rhonda Stasny and urban engineering representative Matt Glaze presented the project scope, noting it is funded jointly by the City of Cuero and Texas Parks and Wildlife. The approved location will remain unchanged, and the next step requires soliciting bids for the parking lot to determine the final skate park size within the budget. The bid package will include concrete paving with an alternate for asphalt, along with parking spaces, sidewalks, site furnishings, and landscaping. Council approved moving forward to solicit bids. In the reports section, building official Carl Finney provided an update on the citywide grease trap maintenance program. The report followed a prior TCEQ inspection that identified excess grease at the wastewater treatment plant. Inspections conducted to date show a high rate of non-compliance, with many traps either not cleaned regularly, built improperly, or allowing stormwater intrusion. Finney explained that grease buildup not only stresses the treatment plant but also clogs lift stations and sewer mains, creating health and maintenance concerns. The program's next steps include enforcing state standards, requiring licensed transporters for cleaning, and addressing improperly designed traps through repair or replacement. Staff also discussed adding public disposal options for residential cooking oil and incorporating education efforts for both businesses and residents. City Mayor Emo Garza announced the following items of public interest. The Fall Cleanup 2025, scheduled for October 20th through 25th at 1315 East Broadway. Hours will be Monday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Tuesday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. This Cuero City Council meeting recap is intended to keep Cuero citizens informed and does not reflect all matters currently before Council. For further information, concerns, or public input, please contact the Office of the City Secretary at citysecretary@cityofcuero.com or 361-275-6114, extension 101. For the latest updates on the City of Cuero, as well as Council meeting agendas, minutes, and more, visit www.cityofcuero.com.